everyone, thanks for watching. Today's layout is going to be a little different. I've already gone ahead and cut my shapes. The first thing you're seeing is a chevrons 3B, and I'll be cutting 3 of these out. They're already inked, and I'm just going to go with over the motions, but you're going to ink all 3 sides. And I am using the Create Memories Kiwi Lane Variety Pack, and this is a NSD or National Scrapbook Day special. Right now there is a limited quantity available, $15 plus shipping. You could find the description. You can find the link in my descriptions. And I would buy one quickly if you haven't already. So for this, then I'm also using the chevrons 1A, which is the thinnest one, and I'm also cutting 3 of these out, and I will be inking the edges, and I'm just showing you the motions again, but I did it to all 3. And I'm just going to now kind of figure out where everything's going to go. So a quick shout out to Tantalea, my buddy T, and Bonnie. Thank you for shopping and buying your NSD kits. I really appreciate it. So I just want to give you guys a little shout out. And so yeah, it's an awesome kit. It has 6 sheets of paper, all double-sided. I think 6. I shouldn't be saying numbers without even knowing, but I think it's 6. It has cards, and it has 2 templates. It has the scissors, which I'll be using, and a camera. So as you can see, I'm now starting to adhere my chevrons together. And just by the way, the chevrons are one of the 2 items for the month of May. That are 15% off. I don't know if the sale has started yet, but if it hasn't started, it should be starting soon. It's the chevron and the brackets for this month, and those will be the 15% off for the month. And I actually will be using both of those on this layout. So I'm just going to adhere my green teal, I'm not sure what color that is, strip on my purple polka dot larger chevron. And I'm struggling a little bit because there was so much stuff on my desk. I didn't have a chance to clean it off before I started this video, and I really wanted to get a National Scrapbook Day crafty type layout done so that I could post. This will be posting tomorrow. So my regular Friday video, I'm going to move it till next week. But yeah, so I couldn't really find my small tape runner, so now I'm using my ATG tape, and I'm not really used to using it because it's so big and clunky. But it works, and it's really sticky, so it's definitely hard to I have to get used to using it again. So I'm just going to adhere it right down the middle, and really I'm eyeballing it. And now I'm going to pick my background paper, which I'm going to use one of the gray ones. Not the stripe one, the one with the I'm not sure what shape that's called, but it kind of has like a chicken wire, fancy chicken wire, we'll call that, background. And this is the idea that I'm going with. I wanted to use my chevrons, and I end up turning the page so it's going to be not vertical, it'll be a horizontal layout, which you'll be seeing that shortly once I glue everything down. We'll be speeding this video up a bit, as you can see, just because it's really, now it's all about just getting everything adhered, and I will be using my matte to center it, or as centered as it can be, which turns out to not be centered, but it's okay. I'm okay with that, and I didn't even try to pull it up because the ATG tape is so strong that I knew I was going to ruin my paper. So nothing's perfect in crafting. You know, what's might be perfect for you may not be perfect for me, and vice versa. So I'm okay with it. Like, I don't have buyer's remorse. So here I'm actually going to speed it up a bit and said, oh, wait a minute. Why am I taking my sweet time taping when I could just do one continuous line? And as you can see, my chevrons on the top, or now the bottom. So I end up flipping the paper. Now I'm going to show you how to use your templates and create a larger one. So I'm going to use this paper, which is probably my favorite. I'm a little sad that they only included one, but you know, I get it. So if you line up those two nubs right there, you flip it over and you line those little nubs up, you can actually create a full bracket, like a full page. So it's not just half a bracket. And I'm going to end up using this as the background of my pictures. So I'm just going to cut it out. I'm going to ink it. So hopefully it wasn't too fast for you. All you do is, what I do is I just trace the 1/2 up to the point, or the highest point, and then I flip it over and go downhill. Kind of hard to explain that when you're trying to say it in words. Like, I can show you. I don't know if I explained it well enough. Hopefully I did. So as I'm cutting this out, I just want to say thanks again for watching. Make sure you check the Kiwi Lane Facebook group if you're on Facebook. They're going to be having all kinds of fun activities and games, and they'll be doing giveaways. I know last year I won one of the giveaways, and they'll be having challenges. It's a lot of fun. So hopefully you'll stop by and join in on the fun for National Scrapbook Day, which is this Saturday. So as you can see, it came out pretty perfect. And there you can see where I just flip it over. And now we're back onto my layout. Now we're going to adhere. And there's where I decide to flip it over. And there are my pictures. And in the bottom picture, it's myself, my friend T, and her mom Siri, all my buddies in North Carolina. Hey T, and Siri, because I know Siri watches my videos too. They came up to New Jersey for a Cropper's Delight crop, which if you're in the New Jersey, New York area, or if you just don't mind traveling, they have the best, absolutely the best crops like that I've ever been to. I haven't been to many, but I definitely absolutely love going to them. They're usually weekend crops in pretty nice hotels. And for the most part, I usually try to go to at least one a year, because they get pretty expensive. And yeah, and in the second picture, as you can see, I use one of the tiny brackets to cut out. If it's not in the scrapbook, then it didn't happen. And that's one of the little cards that came in the kit. I cut my template out of it, or cut the paper from the template. I was auditioning this little bird, but I don't know if I don't end up using it. And I don't know why, because it's so cute, but it doesn't make it. And yeah, and in the second picture, my son was up in college, very close to the hotel. Actually, the hotel was in the backyard of the university, basically. Real quick, I'll continue my story in a bit. I'm cutting out my scissors, which is one of the templates that came in the kit, out of a foil paper. And so I traced it on the back, and it's a silver foil. Growing up, my mom always had these huge, I guess they were fabric shears, but They were really big, and they were like that chrome silver or whatever color. And so I figured I'd use the little scrap that I had and cut out my scissor. So yeah, so going back to that picture, that's my oldest son. He came to visit us while we were up there, and he's graduating in 2 weeks. Yay! Well, he already did graduate, but he's actually walking in the commencement ceremonies in 2 Fridays from now. So we're very excited and very proud of him. So yeah, I apologize. I don't know why my little 12-pound Chihuahua thinks she's a 300-pound lion, but she's starting up again. The last couple videos, it's like she knows that I'm recording, so she's got to misbehave. So I'm just finishing the final cuts of my scissor, and I'm not gonna ink my scissors because I mean they're really not going to be noticeable. And I am going to add that little gem, and I'm using my liquid adhesive, which I end up wiping off with my finger because it was not, like I was smearing it everywhere. So I ended up just using a little ATG tape for my rhinestone. And that's just like a clear rhinestone. So you can see I'm making a mess. And it's getting very annoying. So my scissors are going to go up. I have added some foam tape or some fun foam to the back of my pictures. I've also matted it with scraps from that Handmade Create paper. And I've decided that that's where those pictures are going to live. So my friend T and I scrapbook just about almost every night via Skype. She lives in North Carolina. I live in New Jersey. We met in a Facebook group, I don't know, 5, 6, maybe 7 years ago. Or maybe a little less than that, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And we've been friends ever since. And yeah, so, you know, we have so much in common, and we do a lot of crafting together. I tried to get her a doctor's note, you know, write one myself so she wouldn't have to go to work on Saturday, but she's a manager, so she gotta go in. So anywho, so here's my layout. It's starting to come together. I'm just gonna start working on final touches of it. And I was thinking of using the camera, and then I was like, I don't know. I'm still playing with it, and then I saw this little camera that was on one of the cards, and I cut it out, and then I don't end up using that either. And that one said, "Life is better when you're creating." Excuse me, when you're creating. But yeah, I don't use that one either. I have some more pictures from that weekend, so I'll be using that on one of my other layouts, which I'll hopefully get done tomorrow and hopefully post it for this weekend. So you see, I kind of felt like it was a little like weird how having all these words and all this writing all on one side, and it just didn't work for me. And then I was thinking up there, but I really like the point from that template that I used behind it, so I end up putting it aside. Yeah, no, not happening. And here's where it goes away. So now I'm going to use some of my Heidi Swap Color Shine, and I'm just going to do my, as T calls it, my my controlled splatters. I'm so sorry, guys, that my dogs decided that they're gonna like tear each other up at this point of my video. They were just sleeping when I started recording. So I just dab up a little bit of the paint splatter so I don't get it everywhere. I am left-handed and a little on the clumsy side. So the last thing I'm going to be doing is adding some sequins, and I have this big box of sequins, and I end up finding the green, some of that corally pink, some of the lime, and I end up using a little bit of silver, which the silver I don't do on camera. But yeah, I really love how this turned out. So we're getting very close to the end. So I just want to say thanks again. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure you like and subscribe. We're getting close to that 500. At 500 subscribers, I will be posting a video talking about my giveaway, what the rules will be, and all that other fun stuff. It will be a $50 Kiwi Lane gift card to my shop. So make sure you like and subscribe so that you know, and if you feel inclined, click on that notification bell so that you know when the next video is up. Thanks again for watching, and you guys have a great night. Have a great National Scrapbook Day. I hope you get lots of crafting done. Bye.